Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Mark Davidson Court here on the campus of Blackhawk Christian School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We've got girls basketball for you between the homestanding Lady Braves and the visitors from Ligonier, Indiana, the West Noble Chargers. I'm Thad Goff. Do appreciate Gavin Wirt stepping in to run camera today, as he just came all the way over from the Boys and Girls Club and the MVP Boys All-Star Game, which just took place there. Blackhawk Christian playing their home opener today. West Noble already 1-0 with a win over Bethany Christian. Now we're about to have the pregame prayer and then the national anthem. So the announcer's going to pause, but we're going to keep it right here and listen in as Joel Cotton leads us in a prayer, and then that will be followed by the national anthem.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Principal Mark Harmon and Athletic Director Joel Cotton, welcome to Blackhawk Christian School for today's basketball game between the West Noble Lady Chargers and your Blackhawk Christian Lady Braves. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for a word of prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Please pray with us. God, we are grateful for this afternoon. Thank you for the beginning of a new season. Thank you for these teams, and we pray for both schools, both Blackhawk and West Noble. We pray that these girls would give their best efforts today, that no one would be injured on either team, and ultimately, may our attitudes and actions reflect your glory in everything we do. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
And with that, we will have the announcement of the starting lineups first for the West Noble Lady Chargers of Ligonier, Indiana.
And now let's meet today's starting lineups. First of all, for the guests on the scoreboard, the West Noble Lady Chargers. A sophomore, number 10, Addison Burns. A sophomore, number 20, Elise Meade. A sophomore, number 24, Ella Limerick. A sophomore, number 34, Ava DeLong. And a senior, number 42, Chloe Ulrey. West Noble is coached by Steve Wiktorowski.
A little pregame video being played as they get ready to announce the starting lineup for the Blackhawk Christian Braves. Just letting you know what's going on here. And now it looks like they will introduce the starters.
Now the starting lineups for your Blackhawk Christian Lady Braves. A sophomore, number 5, Desi Pope. A senior, number 10, Quinn Mann. A junior, number 20, Ellie Helmuth. A freshman, number 22, Cece Sefton. And a sophomore, number 34, Jalen Pickett. The Lady Braves are coached by Steph Gondaware. Good luck to both teams, and let's play some Indiana high school basketball.
They do turn off the lights when they introduce the starting lineups here at Blackhawk Christian. That's a common thing, whether it's girls basketball or boys basketball. Goes to show you they love their basketball here. I say that even though the house isn't quite as packed today. It's more packed here in this row that we're sitting in as opposed to across the gym floor. But they love their basketball here at Blackhawk Christian. You'll see that especially when boys basketball season comes around. Now, this girls basketball team at Blackhawk Christian has had some quality seasons. 6 straight winning seasons under head coach Steph Gondaware as the Braves do win the opening tip. They also won 3 sectional titles early on in Gondaware's career. Good look down low, and the basket goes at Cece Sefton, the freshman. And in case you're wondering, Cece Sefton is the younger sister of Gage Sefton, Bryce Sefton, and Drake Sefton, all boys basketball players. Bryce and Gage, former players. Drake currently on the team. Yeah, Drake's a sophomore, and there may be a chance that he starts this year when boys basketball season starts. That's a catch and shoot for Ella Limerick. It's off the mark, but touched last by the Braves. Now, West Noble, you might have heard the announcement, is coached by head coach Steve Wiktorowski. That's probably a familiar name, especially here in Fort Wayne. He had previously coached at Bishop Dwenger before taking over as the head coach at West Noble. And it's a West Noble team that only has 8 players on the varsity roster. And as I understand it, no JV team either. Blackhawk Christian has a JV team. That only features 6 players, though. And West Noble, I do not see a JV roster here. This is a varsity-only game. That's Ava DeLong who has the shot blocked, and it was Jalen Pickett. Desi Pope, I believe, was the second leading scorer last year for Blackhawk Christian. She stands at 5'2". 5'2" or not, she hits the 3 ball, and Blackhawks got a 5-0 lead. A little full court pressure. The Braves like to bring a lot of that, and it's going to lead to a turnover this time. Quinn Mann wisely lets it go, and it'll be Braves basketball. Of course, we got more high school basketball coming up for you later. Including Warren Central at Southside. Pope wide open from the corner, hits it again. Back-to-back triples, Desi Pope. There's that trap as the Chargers get it across the timeline. Burns feeds it up top to Ella Limerick. Elise Mead is a sophomore. She was the second leading scorer on West Noble last year. Marley Mast was a sophomore and was the leading scorer, but as far as I can tell, did not rejoin the team this year. DeLong misses inside. Rebound comes to Pope off the hands of Quinn Mann. There goes Pope, quick down the floor. The feed inside. Basket's good. Great work on the interior. Cece Sefton, and a timeout.
West Noble. Take 30-second timeout.
Well, while West Noble takes a timeout, we will show you a couple of our replays. Our replays, as always, are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Well, like I said, Desi Pope is 5'2", but so far she's shown plenty of great range in this ball game. And one of the reasons why she was able to hit that shot, she moved without the basketball, got to her spot, and knocked it down. That's the first three that she made. We'll have the second one here in just a second. We think we got just enough time to show it to you. It's Desi Pope setting up her teammates, then hitting her spot, and you got to account for her. She is wide open on that possession, and she made the Chargers pay. Right now, the Braves are making the Chargers pay. It's a 10-0 lead for Blackhawk Christian. There's that pressure again, as Burns just does get it across the timeline. Chargers have yet to score the basketball. We've got 5:29 and counting left in this ball game. Chloe Ulrey with it, feeds it cross court. Limerick fires a three, short, batted around. The Chargers get it back in another offensive board, that one by Elise Mead. It's a zone defense. You'll see a lot of that from these Lady Braves. 2-3 zone this time, it looks like. It allows you to close in on a shooter, but it also allows second chance opportunities, and that's a second chance bucket for Ava DeLong. Pope, the feed inside, knocked away. Ava DeLong, who just scored on the last Chargers possession, and that ball goes over the bench and out of bounds. So it will be Braves basketball. Desi Pope handling for the Braves. She's got 6 points early on. That ball's tipped in the air by DeLong, kept in bounds, and the Braves able to regain control. Pope, the feed inside. Pickett with the bucket. Jalen Pickett scores on the interior. They just barely get it to Burns, who crosses the timeline. Catch and shoot from downtown. That won't go. And here comes Ellie Helmuth to the basket, and she gets fouled. Looked like she was fouled in the act of shooting. Foul is called on Elise Mead, number 20 for West Noble, and number 20 for Blackhawk Christian. Ellie Helmuth goes to the free throw line. And that first one rattles out. This is the first game that Blackhawk Christian has played this season. West Noble already has a win under their belts. They knocked off Bethany Christian. It's a West Noble team that has just 8 players on the varsity roster. Second one's good for Helmuth, and the Braves take an 11-point lead. West Noble trying to settle in against that press, and now a half-court 2-3 zone. That's a contested shot, and it goes. It's a 3-ball. Ava DeLong. She's got all 5 Charger points so far. Catch and shoot for Helmuth on the other end. That won't go. Putback is good, and it's C.C. Sefton. C.C. Sefton with the answer. Give her 6 points for the game. West Noble scored on 2 of the last 3 possessions. They have hit their last 2 shots taken. Down the baseline goes Limerick and couldn't get it to go. They try to get it down the floor to Pickett. Mead outruns her. So the Braves get the stop, but the Knights, or rather the Chargers, get the takeaway. 3-ball off the mark, batted out into the hands of Mead. Check that, the hands of Burns. Number 10, not number 20. Well, another second chance opportunity for the Chargers. They continue to get more of these. They might be able to make this interesting. Blackhawk Christian scored the game's first 10 points. We've got a lot of basketball left to be played. And if you can settle in against that full court pressure and those zone defenses, it can do a lot of good for you, but Pickett traveled. She got the rebound and then traveled with the basketball. So the Braves get the stop.
Substitution for
but they turn it over in a matter of seconds. And I think you could see that even from up here. She was definitely taking steps with the ball as she was looking for someone to pass to. 2:37, ball's inbounded to Mead. Again, I have to correct myself. That was not Mead. That's number 30, Leah Pruitt. Pruitt Had it crawl off the rim. Pickett with the board. Pope able to save it with a behind-the-back dribble. How about that play by Desi Pope? Nearly a turnover. Pope turns it into a scoring chance, and they capitalize. Desi Pope, her third three of the game. She's 5'2", but so far she's been a scoring machine, and she just forced a turnover. Pope got her hands up, and she finishes. And Steve Wiktorowski wants a timeout, but Desi Pope making it happen on the court. And we got a couple more replays that are worth showing to you. Desi Pope nearly turned it over, but she saved it when all was said and done, and here's how she saved it. Right off her hands, but a little behind-the-back dribble to save it from going out of bounds. And then Pope able to ultimately create her shot. Again, moving without the basketball and getting to the spot, and Pope was open. Moving without the basketball gives you opportunities. Of course, you got to make sure you move to the right place as far as what the play is called. Here's another look at the turnover that was forced by Blackhawk Christian, and look who gets her hands up here. Yeah, it's Pope. You might not have seen it, but I tell you what, watching that live, it looked like Pope got just enough of that pass to force the takeaway. Again, our replays, as always, are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. And Desi Pope already has 11 points. That is what she has. 3 threes. That last bucket was her first make from inside three-point land. For a brief moment, it looked like the Chargers would have an answer. They've gotten a few offensive rebounds the last few possessions. So far, just 5 points to show for it. Make it 7. Leaning in is Elise Mead. Elise Mead on the board for the first time. Looks like Lily Stanglin has checked in for Blackhawk Christian. And we've got a foul. It's on the floor, and I think they're going to call it on Pruitt.
West Noble foul number 30, Leah Pruitt. Her first, team's second.
Second team foul against West Noble. Braves keep the basketball. Pickett, the catch and shoot, comes up short. And Limerick gets the rebound for West Noble. Mead coming down the floor, blocked by Pickett. Outlet to Pope. Pope gets to it. Left-hander, got it. Desi Pope with the bucket. The assist will go to CC Sefton. And the rebound will go to Jalen Pickett, who also blocked the shot. Whole team effort there by the Blackhawk Christian Braves as we're inside the final minute in quarter number 1. Pickett blocks it again. Blocked again by Pickett. And the Braves can hold for the last shot of the quarter. There's less than a minute to go. They try to get it to Pickett. That's knocked away off the hands of Pruitt, and it's out of bounds. Inbound to Sefton. Fired in by Pope to Pickett, and she scores.
Basket by Jalen Pickett.
Great vision by Pope. And Pickett able to capitalize off of it. Burns was wide open for just a moment. Off the glass, that is too strong. Batted around, and the Braves come up with it, but stepping out of bounds was Wampole. Avery Wampole. She got the rebound, but didn't know where she was on the floor. Mead against the zone, 3-2 zone. Clock's down to 4. Too tall on the pass, and the clock runs out. The Chargers don't get a shot off. Well, it's 24-7 Blackhawk Christian as we go to our first break. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Well, it's a 24-7 lead for the Braves of Blackhawk Christian, and I think West Noble did take 2 timeouts there in that first quarter. I know they took 1, but a great first quarter turned in by Desi Pope. A couple of assists and 13 points to lead all Blackhawk scorers. 3-2 zone here for the Braves to start out this possession as West Noble starts the second quarter with the basketball. Feed to Limerick. Limerick to the corner for Burns. Brooklyn Barden, the freshman, has it. It's a very young program, just 2 seniors on a roster of 8 for West Noble, as Steve Wiktorowski, who's coached for a long time, schools such as Bishop Dwenger and Wawasee, tries to rebuild this program. Meanwhile, Elise Meade called for traveling. Chargers already won their first game against Bethany Christian. This is Blackhawk Christian's first game of the season, and they've looked pretty good so far, going against a 2-3 zone this time. A catch-and-shoot 3 from the corner, off the mark. Pope at 5'2" with the board. And they get it back out to her. She's doing just about everything tonight. She's already got 3 threes, 13 points total. A couple of assists. She forced a turnover. And speaking of turnovers, Elise Meade just ended up forcing one. That ball's out of bounds off Avery Wampole. And Ella Limerick, the sophomore, will inbound. She gets it into Elise Meade. Burns, cross court, a catch and shoot. Meade off the mark, and the rebound bounces into the hands of Lily Stanglin. Pope comes the other way. Pope averaged just a shade under 10 points per game a year ago. Jalen Pickett trying to create position. Has to feed it back outside, and a takeaway by Addison Burns. 1-on-2. Knocked away off the Braves. Wampole got back on defense and knocked the ball away, but she was the one that touched it last. In the game comes Quinn Mann. Ellie Helmuth also checks in. Check that, Lily Helmuth. No, I beg your pardon, it is Ellie Helmuth. I think they used to have a Lily Helmuth on the Blackhawk Christian team. That's a high inbound to Addison Burns. A catch and shoot 3, no good. But an offensive board by Burns. Make that Barden. Meade got bumped. No foul was called. DeLong loses it, and the Braves get the takeaway. Feed to the corner. Helmuth, the dribble to her right. And that 3 is well off the mark, and a good box out by Meade as the Chargers take it the other way. Nobody has scored here in the second quarter yet. That's a 2 if it goes. It does not. An air ball right into the hands of Avery Wampole. Pope feeds it inside, knocked away, and taken away. Ella Limerick make that. Elise Meade has it for West Noble. Burns for 3, no. Mann with the board, she finds Pope. Pope trying to go through a sea of blue shirts. A jump ball is the call. Possession arrow favors Blackhawk Christian. Nobody's scored yet here in quarter number 2. Braves trying to break that streak. Chargers look to get a sub in. That's Chloe Ulrey. Pope feeds it inside. Pickett turns and scores.
2 points, Jalen Pickett.
Jalen Pickett has 7 points. Make that 6 in the game for Blackhawk Christian. This ball goes out of bounds. Looked like it was last touched by the Braves. 4:57 left to go here in quarter number 2. As Chloe Ulrey will inbound for West Noble. Meade swings it across court and through the hands of Chloe Ulrey, and she turns it over. Leah Pruitt will check in for West Noble. And you say that pass might be too hot to handle, but you're going to have some passes with some heat on them at this level. Got to be able to handle those hard passes. Pope tried to thread the needle and could not. Pruitt gets the takeaway. A catch-and-shoot 3. Limerick, no good. Battle for the ball. It's on the deck. A possession arrow would favor West Noble, and it is a jump ball, so the Chargers keep possession, and they'll inbound from the baseline. Be about a half-hour, 45-minute bus ride from Ligonier to here in Indiana. These West Noble Lady Chargers. Of course, the West Noble football team had a good season this year, but they saw that end last week against Angola. And the Hornets beat Garrett last night in the sectional championship game. Jaron Matheny was on the call there. He's got a couple of games that he'll be calling today in girls basketball. As Elise Meade looks to go inside. Left-handed shot was blocked by Pickett. And here comes Pope down the floor. Pope through traffic left it short. Couldn't get an angle of the backboard and just left that shot right off the rim. Steph Congower has made her way all the way across the bench, it seems. Right now she's over by the baseline. There's a takeaway by Mann. Check that, Helmuth. Ellie Helmuth couldn't get it to go, and here come the Chargers. Addison Burns with it for West Noble. 3:46 and counting left to play. Catch and shoot, Meade. That was contested, but she hit it anyway. And finally, West Noble has some points here in the second quarter. Shot fake by Mann. She goes inside looking for Sefton, and Sefton traveled. Subs will check in. Ava DeLong and Brooklyn Barden will check in for West Noble. Thought I saw Stanglin checking in for Blackhawk Christian. Lily Stanglin. She wears number 23. She's a 5'7" senior. Elise Meade across the timeline. Goes with the crossover. She's guarded by Quinn Mann. Goes back up top to Ulrey. Blackhawk Christian goes back into this 2-3 zone defense. That was some loose dribbling there by Meade. Barden loses it on the inside. Picked up by the Braves. And if that's a jump ball, it's Braves basketball. And it is.
Possession, Lady Braves.
Pope across the timeline. Pickett posting up. Couldn't get it to her. Now they go for her. Pickett gets it. Trying to make a couple of moves, and that will not fall. Thought she had some space off the glass she could have used to knock that down, but she went for the straight nothing but net. Or rimming in, if you will. That's something she'll learn. She's a sophomore. Comes from a good basketball lineage. Her brother Kellen Pickett used to play at Blackhawk Christian. He was part of the state championship team, which would have been 3 years ago. Third state championship for the Braves boys basketball team in a span of 5 years. That one was under head coach Matt Roth. The first two were under Mark Davidson, who this very court is named after. Loose ball and taken away by Mann. She finds Pope. Pope finds the ball and finds 2 points. 15 for Desi here in half number one. Steph Gongaware calling out, wants to get her girls in the right place. Quinn Mann was in the right place. She takes it to the basket but missed. Ava DeLong with the board. You got to be able to finish at the rim, but there's another takeaway. Jump ball's going to keep it with West Noble. That was Stanglin who nearly forced the turnover. Instead, it's going to stay with West Noble. We do have 1:18 left to go here in quarter number two. Chloe Ulrey to inbound for the Lady Chargers. That's a catch and shoot for Limerick, and she hits it. It's a two. She was not behind the line, so it's a long two for Ella Limerick. A crossover by Pope. Catch and shoot three, in and out. That was Helmuth who took the shot, and here comes Burns the other way. Ulrey, the catch and shoot, hits a three. That's 5 straight points for the Chargers. Chloe Ulrey's on the board for the first time as Sefton sets the screen. Mann couldn't hit the three ball. Battle for the ball. Sefton initially came up with it, and now we're going to have a foul.
West Noble foul, number 42.
Chloe Ulrey called for the foul. Going to be the third team foul against West Noble here in quarter number two. And, of course, the fouls do reset at the end of each quarter. When you commit 5 fouls in a quarter, your opponent gets to shoot double bonus. Quinn Mann to inbound for the Braves. That shot was blocked. Stanglin couldn't put it home. Floater, good. Chloe Ulrey puts it in. It's a 7-0 run for the Chargers. But 13 seconds left in the first quarter. First half, I beg your pardon. Pope with another three. That's her fourth. There's an answer by the Braves. But still time on the clock for the Chargers. Floater, Ulrey won't go, and Pope had her eyes on a rebound. She would have run out of time, though. But what a first half she just turned in. 18 points. And we're only at halftime. The Lady Braves up 31-17. We will be right back in just a moment. You're watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, it's 31-17 in favor of Blackhawk Christian, and you know this zone defense and this full court traps that they use all throughout the game can bother just about anybody, and it has bothered West Noble for a good chunk of this game. One player who's really bothered West Noble is Desi Pope. I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. Right now, we got to hear from our sponsors. It's because of our sponsors that we do all the games that we do on SummitCitySports.com. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Well, I mentioned Desi Pope's been putting on a show today. I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. Right now, we got the first half scoring leaders to give you, and Desi Pope's name will come up. Rest assured, her name will come up here. For West Noble, Elise Mead has 5 points. That's the same total that Ava DeLong and Chloe Ulrey have. Ella Limerick so far with just 2. For Blackhawk Christian, it is Desi Pope leading the way in scoring. She's got 18 points. She's got a few assists as well. Even created a turnover with that full court pressure that Blackhawk Christian was bringing earlier in this game. Got her hands up, did just enough to affect the pass, and it led to a takeaway, and it also led to points. Meantime, the rest of the scoring has come from C.C. Sefton with 22 points, and Jalen Pickett, C.C. Sefton, who wears number 22, has 6 points, and Jalen Pickett, who wears number 34, has 6 points. Those girls come from a good basketball heritage. C.C. Sefton has 3 brothers, 2 of which who have graduated from Blackhawk Christian. Gage Sefton was a state champion at Blackhawk Christian. Bryce Sefton just graduated last year as Blackhawk Christian had a great season, made it to regionals, but then was knocked off by Delta. And Jalen Pickett, her older brother, is Kellen Pickett. Of course, Kellen Pickett was a dominant 6'10" big man, won a state championship as a sophomore, was part of that run to regionals a year ago. And I forgot to mention Drake Sefton, who also plays here at Blackhawk Christian, or at least figures to play again here at Blackhawk Christian. Got the chance to play as a freshman a year ago, even started some games. We'll see what he does on the court come this year for the Blackhawk Christian Braves. But right now it's the Lady Braves of Blackhawk Christian leading 31-17. We got some more sponsors to hear from. Again, it's because of our sponsors that we're able to do all these games that we do here on SummitCitySports.com. That includes Ottenweller Contracting. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process, from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com to learn more. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in our area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government, whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation. Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. All Blackhawk Christian here at Mark Davidson Court. The Braves do lead at 31-17. Now, we did see some moments where West Noble was able to get some offensive rebounds. That's one of the downsides of the 2-3 zone and the 3-2 zone, whatever kind of zone it is. The upside is you can collapse on a ball handler and give them a lot less open looks. The downside is it tends to lead to a lot of long rebounds. When you get all those long rebounds, that's how a team can get back into a ball game against the zone. We'll see if Blackhawk Christian is able to keep the second chance opportunities, and better yet, the second chance points to a minimum. 31-17 in favor of Blackhawk Christian. West Noble trying to fight back and go to 2-0 to start this season. They did beat Bethany Christian they beat Bethany Christian their opener this year, and that's after last year the Chargers had won only 3 games. 3-20 was their final record. Steve Wiktorowski taking over the program, trying to get it going back in the right direction. Again, it's a team that has only 8 players on the varsity roster. It's not quite like what you would have seen in the movie Hoosiers. Movie Hoosiers, of course, that started with a couple players getting dismissed from the team and coming back after apology from the dad on the kid's from the kid with the help of the kid's dad. I think it was Whit Butcher who apologized and came back after his dad brought him back. And, of course, that Hoosier team went on to win the state championship. And I can't say that's going to happen for West Noble, but Steve Wiktorowski's a longtime basketball coach. He knows the game of basketball, and he's coached some very good athletes in his time, whether it's at Bishop Dwenger or Wawasee or any of the other schools he's coached at. He's hoping to get this West Noble program turned around in the right direction, but right now they face a 14-point deficit at the half against Blackhawk Christian. Got a few more sponsors that we have to thank here. Again, it's because of our sponsors that we're able to do the games that we do on SummitCitySports.com. That includes the University of St. Francis. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are La Una. Blackhawk Christian with a 31-17 lead over West Noble, and we will be right back after this break. You're watching high school girls basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, I've talked about Desi Pope over the course of this game, and there's a lot to talk about with Desi Pope. Of course, there's been plenty of plays where her teammates have gotten involved and created for her. Here's one of them. I believe it was Quinn Mann who gets this steal and then sets up Pope, who takes it to the basket. Yeah, that is Quinn Mann who gets the takeaway, and then Pope able to get to the ball and put it home. Great transition opportunity that Pope cashed in on as she took that to the basket. And then shortly before halftime, Pope knocked down a three-point shot. And this was one of those one player touches the basketball type of possessions. But when you get a good screen like that, and I think that was Sefton who set the screen for her, when you get a good screen like that, gives you a chance to go up and shoot those threes like Pope just did. 31-17 the lead for Blackhawk Christian. And I'll remind you that we've got more high school basketball coming up tonight. We'll have Warren Central at Southside. That broadcast is scheduled to start at 3:15. Jaron Matheny will be on the call, and he'll have to make the short drive over to Bishop Luers as the Knights take on Central Noble in girls basketball. And I will be at Concordia as the Lady Cadets take on the New Haven Bulldogs. That Concordia New Haven game is set for a 7:30 tip, thereabouts. 7:15 for the broadcast time. Central Noble and Luers, 7:15 for the broadcast start time, and probably tipping off about 7:30. It looks like we're just about ready to start half number 2 here at Mark Davidson Court on the campus of Blackhawk Christian School. Braves start with the basketball. Pope bobbled the ball a little bit. Otherwise, she had an open shot, and then she threw it right to Ava DeLong. Ava DeLong with a takeaway as she was guarding C.C. Sefton. Braves go into a 3-2 zone. Limerick. Meade, cross court. Got it to Burns. Extra pass to Meade. Corner 3, Limerick. No good. But Burns chases down the rebound. Well, I mentioned these zone defenses can lead to difficult shots, and I think Pickett should have just let that go. She went after it, and if you're going to go after it, you got to go after that ball with both hands. She only went at it with one. She might have been better off to just let it go. But again, if you're going to go after it, go get it with both hands. Secure the ball before you do anything else. And meanwhile, a third chance bucket for Ava DeLong. Here's Mann. She draws the double team as West Noble's playing a little 3-2 zone. Pope gets the ball, dribbles inside, and hits the floater. And Desi Pope already up to 20 points in this game. Loose ball out of bounds. Braves touched it last. West Noble got to take 3 shots on their last possession. In one case because of an offensive rebound, in another case because of an unsecured rebound by Jalen Pickett. That's a good look for Limerick, and she knocks down the three.
2 points, Ella Limerick.
Ella Limerick makes it an 11-point game. It was a slow start for West Noble, but they're trying to chip away at this deficit slowly but surely, and getting right in front of Pickett was Ava DeLong, and she takes it away. Little shot fake. Limerick keeping her pivot foot. She was able to start her dribble because she hadn't started it yet before she moved her pivot foot. They've got DeLong posting up, and now she comes to the top of the key. Back outside for Limerick. The feed inside. Pickett to the deck to grab it. And she could have called timeout there. She throws it away. Bounces around. Battle for the board. Pulled down by DeLong. Ulrey. Guarded by Sefton. Catch and shoot. Limerick hits it. And we got a single-digit game. The Chargers are pulled within 8. Pope feeds it outside. That's man. West Noble with just 8 varsity players has made it an 8-point game, but Sefton's able to answer on the inside. Down the floor comes Meade, no good. Offensive board, Addison Burns. Contested shot, it's good, Ava DeLong. Well, West Noble has scored on all but one possession technically, as we get a timeout called by Blackhawk Christian. Ava DeLong with 9 points in this ball game, so I'll go ahead and reflect that on my scoring sheet. But meanwhile, we got some replays to show you. Ella Limerick having a good ball game so far. She hits a big three here. It's her second three of the game. You'll see it right here. Hand in her face, and Limerick's able to knock it down. And again, one of the things the Braves have not been doing, they've not been securing those rebounds when they get these quote-unquote stops. A lot of second chances for West Noble, whether it's because of long rebounds or unsecured rebounds on the parts of the Braves. You got to make sure you secure the basketball before you do anything else with it. Tough pass. Battle for the ball. It's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Blackhawk ball. I know Blackhawk Christian was up by 15, and they might have even been up by 16. That lead has dwindled down to 8. Pope trying to get it in. Knocked away again. She was looking for Sefton. That was touched last by Elise Meade. Goes for the long inbound to Ellie Helmuth. Helmuth has it blocked, gets it to Pickett, and Pickett spins it home. Jalen Pickett saves the possession. 8 points for her. That three off the side of the backboard, picked up by Pope, and there she goes. She's got an outlet. Off the glass and in. Ellie Helmuth with the bucket. That's her first make from the field, and the Braves get a little run going. Right now it's a 4-0 run as Meade dribbles to her left. Getting stops was the tough part for Blackhawk Christian here in this third quarter. They did get one last time West Noble had the ball. That's a contested shot. Maybe a foul. Was not called. DeLong goes to the deck to grab it. She's trying to get it out of trouble. It's a jump ball. The arrow will keep it with West Noble. Leah Pruitt into the ball game. Avery Wampole will check into the game along with Lily Stanglin. But another extra possession for West Noble, this time because of a jump ball. You got to credit Ava DeLong. She did win the box out. That's a contested three. Pickett right in the hands of Limerick, and this one's out of bounds off the Braves. Again, the Chargers winning the battle on the glass, and Steve Wiktorowski's got to like that. It's a program that has won its opener so far this year. That's after winning only 3 games all of last year. Limerick with the fake. She's hit a couple of threes in this game. Has some space. And she feeds it over to Elise Mead. Burns backwards. Mead for the 3. Short. And Pickett does secure the board. This long possession comes up empty. Sefton with a screen for Pope. At jumper goes. It's a 2. Avery Wampole. The Braves extend their lead to 14. That was tipped by C.C. Sefton. And the Chargers turn it over. Wampole sets the screen for Pope. She wanted to go up for a 3 ball. A catch and shoot. Wampole hits it again. Avery Wampole, back-to-back jumpers. Timeout called by West Noble. Well, the Braves have made the adjustment. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll show you a couple of the possessions that have led to this run. This is the bucket by Jalen Pickett. She's got 8 points in this game so far. A couple of big block shots and had a key rebound the last time West Noble had the ball. Well, not the last time they had the ball, but good work on the inside. A little pick and roll action by Pickett, and she's able to take it in for the deuce. Our replays again are brought to you, as always, by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Now, Avery Wampole has hit a couple of big shots for the Braves. I think you're going to see one of them here. And there it was, Avery Wampole just on top of the three-point line, able to knock down the J. And after West Noble had made it an 8-point game, Blackhawk Christian swells their lead to 16. Mead against that full-court press. Sefton got her hands on it. Pope with a feed. Sefton puts it home. C.C. Sefton created that chance, and it's fitting that she caps it off with points. This time the Chargers beat the press. And they're able to set up their half-court offense. Ulrey dribbles inside. She had Pruitt posting up. Pope nearly got a takeaway. 3-ball comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Wampole. She finds Pope. Pope to the basket, too strong. Desi Pope with just 2 points here in the third quarter. She has 20 for the game. Limerick for 3. Got it. Ella Limerick trying to get the Chargers back into this thing one more time. Ella Limerick with 3 threes. Stanglin sets the screen for Pope. Back outside to Pope. C.C. Sefton trying to get it to Pickett, but Limerick was right in the way. A catch-and-shoot 3 for Mead. No good. And the board is won by Pruitt. And Pruitt gets fouled.
Fouls on number 34, Jalen Pickett.
Jalen Pickett called for the foul. First foul against Blackhawk Christian in this half, and I think it's their first foul in this game. That was contested by Pickett, and the Braves had the board. Now it's a jump ball, and that arrow should favor Blackhawk Christian, and it will. It was Pickett who blocked the shot, and the Braves take over up 15. Pickett gets it on the inside, feeds it outside to Sefton. Sefton's 3 won't fall. Ava DeLong comes down with the board. Well, Sefton's got 3 brothers who can shoot the 3 really well. And I bet she's even had some three-point competitions with those brothers of hers. Cross-court pass to DeLong, and she is fouled. That looks like it's going to go on Pickett.
Blackhawk Christian foul number 23, Lily Stanglin. That's her first. Team second.
Lily Stanglin called for the foul. Feed to Ulrey. Ulrey to the basket, goes cross court for Limerick. Her three rattles out, but an offensive board by Pruitt. That won't go. And Stanglin comes up with a board for Blackhawk. 22 seconds left here in the third. Pickett. Sefton's three won't fall. Battle for the board. It's won by Ulrey. Still 11 seconds left. The Chargers can get a shot off as Limerick gets it. She feeds it to Ulrey. And that pass goes out of bounds with 4 seconds left on the timer. Steve Wiktorowski trying to make sure his girls are in the right place. Sefton gets it off in time. Did she hit that? No, she did not. I saw the basket rattle, and I thought she might have hit it. But the announcement is that the score is 45-30 at the end of the third quarter, which is what the score was before. We'll be back for the fourth after this.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, Big Low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce.
We start the fourth quarter, and we do have to reset our fouls here because the fouls do reset at the end of each quarter. But Blackhawk Christian with a 15-point lead. And I did skim through that last replay on the three by Sefton, and it did come up short. So the call was correct. Mead's three is good.
3 points, Elise Mead.
Well, the last 6 points belong to West Noble. Pope with the ball, looking for help, and she finds it. That's Avery Wampole right at the volleyball line. She lobs it inside. Tough catch. Blocked on the shot by Pickett. And it was DeLong who blocked it for the Chargers. And they can get this to a 10-point game or even a 9-point game if they can get a 3 to go. Chargers have hit their threes so far today as Burns goes cross-court to DeLong. That's taken away by Sefton. And the Braves come the other way. Sefton inside, draws a crowd and finds Pope. All kinds of space, but the three won't fall. Some of the fans stood up here in the crowd thinking she was going to hit that. Would have been her 5th three of the game if she had. And up until that shot, I'm not sure she had missed. Limerick, no good. Make that DeLong on the three ball. Pickett down the paint, stops, and scores with the left hand. Jalen Pickett on the interior. Her older brother Kellen would be proud. A catch and shoot three, that won't fall. Second chance again for the Chargers as Barden comes away with it. She's double teamed. And a jump ball will give it back to the Braves.
Substitution for the Lady Braves, number 32, Kinley Steele.
Just 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, the Braves up by 14. I believe their largest lead has been 16. West Noble's been quick to the ball. That pass goes long. Pickett has the size advantage, but they couldn't get it to her. Burns feeds it inside. DeLong trying to get it out of trouble. That ball's on the deck, and this jump ball will keep it with West Noble.
Quinn Mann back for the Lady Braves.
Quinn Mann back into the game. She'll take the place of Wampole. Limerick gets it into Ava DeLong. That ball was poked out by Wampole. Still going for it. Burns will pick it up. That ball was actually kicked by Meade a couple of different times. They never called a kick ball, though. Limerick feeds it outside to Burns. Meade feeds it over to DeLong. Meade on the drive, pulls up just inside the three-point line. That's short, and Pope comes away with the board. There goes Pope down the floor. Chargers get back on defense, so Pope will slow it down. Smart play there by Desi. As she lets her teammates get back down the floor. Obviously, every guard wants to score in transition, but you got to know when to let your teammates get back. Pickett gets her own miss and puts it back. Give her 12 for the ball game. Three ball comes up short. And the rebound is ultimately secured. And that's Kinley Steele, who's in off the bench. I'm not sure if that's any relation to Malia Steele, who was the leading scorer for Blackhawk Christian last year. Steele was also a great defensive player. Pickett calls for it down low. Lob inside, too tall. Well, Pickett's about 6'1", but that pass would have certainly been tall enough for her brother as the basket goes on the other end. Her brother Kellen is 6'10". Brooklyn Barden got the bucket there for West Noble. Another takeaway in the post. This high-low game has been defended well by West Noble. Three ball no good. Pickett able to secure. Pope, the crossover. Up and under. Missed the shot, but she'll go to the line. Pope's been scoreless here in the fourth quarter. She did have 2 points in the third to get her to 20 for the game. Elise Meade called for that foul. And Steph Gongaware will dig into her bench as Lily Stanglin gets ready to check in after the first free throw try. Free throw's no good. That last foul was on Elise Meade. That's her second. First team foul against West Noble here in the fourth. Desi Pope still without a basket here in the fourth quarter. She does have a grand total of 20 for the game. Make it 21. Burns goes down the baseline, finds DeLong on the interior, and DeLong puts it in. Ava DeLong with a tough bucket.
Basket by Ava DeLong.
I've got Ava DeLong for 11 points. Pope was in a tough spot. Timeout, Blackhawk Christian. Steph Gongaware trying to avoid a 5-second violation. Full timeout. And as I have it, Blackhawk has 2 timeouts left. We'll be back in 40 seconds on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Steph Gongaware hasn't had to call a whole lot of timeouts today. Now, she has called 3, but she called one there to prevent a 5-second violation. And Blackhawk Christian has tried the high-low game a few times here in the fourth quarter, but it has not been working, either because of passes a little bit too tall for Jalen Pickett, who is 6'1". She's plenty tall enough to catch the passes. The pass has just been too high for her. Or in some cases, it was just well defended by the Chargers. Pope draws a double team, gets it out of trouble to Mann, and now Mann trying to avoid some trouble. That was a high dribble. Steve Wiktorowski not focused on the high dribble, and that's nearly taken away, and now it is a turnover. Out of bounds off of Pope. We've got 3:14 left to go, so hold everything. Blackhawk Christian, for the most part, has outplayed West Noble. But one thing West Noble has done is I think they've been the more physical team for the most part in this game. A catch-and-shoot three is good. Elise Mead, and that's one of the things that the Chargers have done well. They've shot it well from downtown. Elise Mead now with 3 threes in the ball game. Pope unable to answer on the other end, but Steele with the offensive board to keep it alive for Blackhawk Christian. Extra pass to Pope. She'll use the screen. And Pope dribbles it off her foot and out of bounds. We've still got 2:33 left to go. This game is far from over. And the way West Noble's been able to shoot the three, they're certainly capable of making a comeback. The feed inside. Ulrey stepped out of bounds. And the Chargers turn it over. We've got West Noble Blackhawk Christian here at Davidson Court. As Mann is able to find Pope. Steele for three. Air ball. Offensive board. That was Sefton. That jumper rattles in. Lily Stanglin. A second chance bucket for the Braves. Tipped in the air by Pope. Bobbled by Sefton. On the deck. Out of bounds. Blackhawk Christian ball. Well, Pope caused the turnover by getting her hands up and swatting it away, much like a defensive lineman. It might sound strange comparing her to a defensive lineman since she's 5'2", but she got her hands up and got the takeaway, but there's a takeaway on the other end by Mead, and she scores. And Steve Wiktorowski wants a timeout. He's got 2 left. West Noble has made this a 10-point game. This is a full timeout. We will stay right with you for this one. Well, Blackhawk Christian had a key basket moments ago, but West Noble's certainly not out of it. Got a couple of replays that we can show you. This is the bucket by Stanglin, and she had a hand right in her face as she knocked down that shot. Stanglin still able to hit it. That was Stanglin's only bucket of the game so far. But then more recently, after the Braves force a turnover, the Chargers force a turnover themselves. These replays, as always, are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. The double team comes, Mead swats it away, and she had plenty of space to take that to the cup. 2 timeouts for each team. And if West Noble can continue to play this good defense and get good looks from 3, they might be able to get back in this ball game. One of the downsides for the Chargers, though, is there's no shot clock in Indiana high school basketball. Pickett wide open, and she'll score with the left. Pickett with a great second half. She's got 14 points. Mead to the corner. There's a minute 17 on the clock. It is running. Ball's poked away and recovered by Burns, and that's a jump ball, and the arrow will favor Blackhawk Christian. Again, there's no shot clock in IHSAA basketball, so Blackhawk can hold the ball as long as they want and perhaps force West Noble to foul. Steve Wiktorowski will get some subs into the game. Almost thought for a second there that Mead was trying to call timeout. She made the signal. They get the ball into man, and then Mead takes it away. But she missed the shot. That was as good a look as you could ask for, but Mead left it short. Down low for Pickett. Off the glass and in. Jalen Pickett with back-to-back buckets. Burns down the baseline. Tough floater. It goes. Burns took the contact and scored it. As I have it, that's Burns' first bucket of the game. Pickett on the inside. Has it tipped, and wisely, Helmuth lets it go out of bounds off West Noble. Doesn't allow any time to tick off the clock, but it does keep the ball in Blackhawks' possession. Hellmuth, the three. It's short. Pickett, the board, and she's fouled on the shot.
West Noble foul. Number 34, Ava DeLong.
Ava DeLong commits the foul, and Jalen Pickett will go to the line to shoot two. And Pickett true on her first attempt, and I think that's her first free throw attempt of this game. She's got 17 points. West Noble won their opener, and it looks like Blackhawk Christian is going to win theirs against West Noble. There's only 21 seconds left in a 14-point Braves lead. Swatted away. Hellmuth trying to create a turnover. They don't need a turnover. I like playing to the whistle, but they don't need to force a turnover here. That ball swatted around, picked up, down to 3 seconds. Burns puts it up. That's no good. DeLong with the rebound, and the clock runs out. The Blackhawk Christian Lady Braves win their opener, 58-44, over the West Noble Chargers. It's time to announce our Parkview Sports Medicine players of the game, and yes, we will announce a couple of different players. Desi Pope led the way by and large in the first half, 21 points for the game, and then Jalen Pickett in the second half got it done. She finishes with 18 points. Those are your PSM players of the game. Right now we're going to pause as they have a little post-game prayer here at midcourt. Post-game prayer at midcourt. That's a common thing with Blackhawk Christian, whether they're at home or on the road. They are the home team tonight, and of course Mark Davidson would lead those post-game prayers back when he was coaching. Davidson, of course, lost his life due to cancer in 2022. Certainly remember the legacy he left behind, not only as a coach but also as a man. He was a man who loved Jesus Christ and cared more about Jesus Christ and wanting people to know Jesus Christ more than anything else. He loved coaching, he loved basketball, but he loved Jesus Christ even more. 54-44 your final as Blackhawk Christian wins their opener against West Noble. For my cameraman Gavin Wirt, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Mark Davidson Court. 58-44 the final. Blackhawk Christian wins. You've been watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. And we'll see you later as we've got games from Southside, Concordia, and Lures coming up this evening.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.